Hi guys. So my understanding of how cultural humility, cultural awareness, advocacy, and social justice and why it is important to the counseling profession is because if we don't understand all of the different clients that we're working with and we don't understand how their culture impacts their life, we're never going to be an effective counselor for them. If we don't accept the fact that they were raised in a different way than we were, and what's normal to them is not normal to us, and what's normal to us is not normal to them, then we can't help them grow in the best way that they need to grow. For instance, I live in the state of Oklahoma where I work with a lot of tribal people. And for tribal, they are one big family. And so if I didn't accept and acknowledge the fact that that is how they are raised, that is what is normal to them, then I wouldn't be able to effectively work with my clients because I would, kind of be like, hey, we need to get your own home. Don't live with somebody. But that is their normal. That is okay. That is how they were raised. That is what they are used to. On the ethical side of it, just because it's something that I don't necessarily choose to believe in or follow in, doesn't mean that I need to keep my beliefs on them or push my beliefs on them. I need to keep my beliefs to myself. And so if just because we don't agree with what they're doing, just because we don't agree with the decisions that we've made, doesn't mean that that's a decision that I have to make or the route that I have to go. But I need to be able to understand that keeping the integrity of the client is my job as the counselor. Keeping their welfare and their well-being is the best version of that. And so I can't make decisions based off of what I think is best for them. I need to make decisions based off of the information they've given me of what they think is best for them and help them guide down that path. Advocating for that, I did actually get to have an instance in that where we had a client who lived with a lot of family members, and we had to advocate that it was okay for her to be able to get her child back because he was safe in that home. Even though there was a lot of people in that home, that's cultural normality for them, and it was okay. So that was one of the things that I fought for her. We were able to put that baby back home. I was really excited about it. I believe that as long as you have people that understand that, you can fight for that, and you can change the normal perception to realize that there really isn't a normal perception. The Bible verse that I picked for that is Micah 6:8. He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. And I like that one because it's basically just saying, like, hey, we're called to do nothing but live our best life and let our light shine for Jesus. And however we're able to help people, we don't have to sacrifice who we are in the inside if we don't believe with somebody else. Like, that's totally fine. We can live our life and show our example that way, and then they can see it or they can move their own way and they can follow through. One of the actions that I will take with that for cultural humility is to continue to ask questions, to understand the people that I'm working with, to get a sense of how they grew up, what's normal to them, what is expected of them, what's okay, and to understand and process the fact that even though it doesn't match mine, that's okay. Like, it's totally fine. How does this work for you and your family, and how can we use what you know to be the best version of you that you can be? And then an action that I will take to engage in social justice for the client population. I like working with my tribal families. I have several. And so we continue to work for that kinship, expanding beyond the typical mom, dad, brother, sister, aunts. Sometimes it's a second aunt, sometimes it's a great grandma, sometimes it's a third cousin on the left or something like that, but it's all considered family. And so we fight to get those kiddos placed with people that they consider family, whether they're directly related or not.